Hey, welcome everybody to a video. I have been MIA for a while now, but I have found the most amazing assistant in the world. Elisa, I just love you. So now I can be more present in here with you guys. So if you are new, welcome, welcome, welcome to this community, Real Talk with Married Women. My name is Janna Denton-Howes, and I am your host here. And I'm a marriage coach, and I specialize in helping married women who don't want sex very much want it more. And so we talk about sex a lot in this group, or we will be moving forward. So thank you for being here with me. I am looking forward to being in here more regularly. Look who just popped up, my amazing assistant. Love you. So today we're going to be talking about the essential first step to wanting it more that most therapists ignore. And not that all of you have seen therapists for your low libido or low sex drive or whatever label we want to give it. But in my journey, I found that a lot of people were not giving this advice. And so here we are. We're going to talk about it. It's counterintuitive. So hold on to your panties here. That is so inappropriate for talking about sex. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. So here's what I say right off the bat with my participants and clients is that you need a break from sex. And they're like, what? Wait a minute. I thought you were going to help me want it more. And I'm like, I know. Actually, most times husbands are like, wait a minute. I was so excited to start this program because it was going to help my wife want more sex. And then now you're saying, don't have it? That doesn't make sense. Well, in fact, it actually makes a lot of sense. And here is why. Number one, you need space to want it. So I want you to imagine, think of your favorite cereal that you like. I like Rice Krispies. So Rice Krispies with almond milk and a little bit of maple syrup. Now I'm feeling hungry. And what would happen if somebody, let's take your husband for example, offered you your favorite cereal right when you got up in the morning? Like you really hadn't even woken up or taken the covers off or anything, brushed your teeth, nothing, you haven't gone downstairs into the kitchen and he's there with a bowl of cereal. Want some Rice Krispies? And you're like, okay, sure, take the Rice Krispies, thanks. But I really wasn't ready for Rice Krispies, and I'm not really in the mood. But sure, okay, let's have some. I like them, I know I do. And then you leave for work, and you come home, and there he is with a bowl of your favorite cereal. Want it? And you're like, okay, I could have an afternoon snack. Sure, let's go for it. And this goes on for weeks, and maybe even years in your life, and suddenly, the cereal that you love the most, now you hate it. You cannot stand it and you want nothing to do with it. Well, if you hadn't caught on yet, the cereal is the sex. And what's happening for so many of us who don't want to have sex is that our husbands have just been offering it again and again and again and again in so many different ways that they think is going to help turn you on, but in fact, they're kind of missing the mark. Like slapping your butt in the kitchen or calling you sexy or even little lingerie that they bought you. Like, it's just not going to work. So you need space to want it. You need time in which you're not being offered the opportunity to have it, nor are you worried about it. And I'll get to that in a minute. So desire is something that needs an opportunity to cultivate. And if you are always on the defensive, there's no room for you to be on the offensive. So I prescribe 3 weeks of no sex for anyone who comes into my sphere, whether that's through one-on-one work or through my program. And what I have found this to be is just profound, like profound beyond what I originally thought it was good for. I thought it was like, okay, good, we got to get these ladies a break. It worked for me. It's really important. But what I found is that there's another level to this, another deeper, really important level, and that is you need to find your voice. And I'm sorry, I got an itchy nose here. you might be able to relate to not having your voice when it comes to initiating or responding to initiation. A lot of women I get to have the honor of working with push themselves when they really don't want to have sex. And that does not feel good. I think we've all been in that position before. It feels kind of icky and gross. And finding your voice and being able to say, look, we're not going to have sex for a period of time. I think 3 weeks is a really good period of time. You get to decide what your period of time is. It's an opportunity for you to create some safety for yourself. And safety is an essential ingredient for pleasure and desire. And without it, you're not going to really genuinely want it nor enjoy it. So you need to have space in order to create that opportunity for you to want it. And then you need to be able to find your voice and actually be able to create boundaries. And this is really hard for a lot of women to do. Some women it's easy. Some women's like, well, we haven't had sex in like a year, so what's the big point? But here, and even those women, I say, even then you should have a break and you should articulate it and you should make sure that it happens, even then. Because even if you haven't had sex for a year, you're still thinking about it almost every day. Am I right? I mean, I might be wrong, but that's definitely what happened with me when I didn't have sex for a year. I was still thinking, oh, it's been so long. I feel so guilty. What's wrong with me? Am I broken? Maybe tonight will be the night. Maybe I'll feel rested enough. Maybe I'll be attracted to my husband enough. Maybe it'll be the right time in my cycle. Maybe this, maybe that. And it's too much, like too much mental gymnastics is going on. And so you need a break from that as well. So where did I go from there? You're giving yourself space. You're finding that beautiful, you're finding your voice. You're growing in your courage, and which is increasing your safety, which is giving you an opportunity for pleasure. And I was going saying some women it's a lot easier to do, and for some women this is really hard. Like to actually just say, look, my darling, sweet husband, who I adore. I need a break from sex. I need a break from thinking about sex. And this is really important for our long-term health, the long-term health of our relationship. And they might have a meltdown, they might have a tantrum, a mantrum, as my husband calls it. But at the end of the day, you know you're doing it ultimately for the long-term health of your marriage. This is not a selfish thing. This is not counter to any, unity building in your marriage. In fact, boundaries create more unity. And you deserve to take that load off. You totally deserve it. And again, it's not selfish. It really is for the health of your marriage. So if you're like, Janna, this sounds okay, this makes sense, this is okay, we could work with this. I'm still feeling a little lost at how to do it, how to talk to my husband about it. And you are a married woman who wants to have more sex but doesn't want it at all, or wants it rarely, or you don't want it, but then a lot of times you will enjoy it, but then you forget you enjoy it, and it's causing some struggle in your relationship and some internal conflict. I am hosting a live webinar on Friday, and I'd love to have you come, and in that way you can ask all your questions, and I can share with you, or you can learn the other steps to wanting it more. There are 6 that I share with you. This is just one of the pieces, and then we could have a lot of fun. You might think it's kind of scary to come on a live class. No one will see that you're there, but with other women. But I promise you, after years of doing this, and years, actually just this morning I got off a call with my group, and it's so liberating. It's so fun to be able to just be like, yeah, we're married, we can talk about this, everyone else is having sex, no biggie. So I hope to see you guys there. I'll pop a link to the webinar down below, and I encourage you to take a breather, give yourself a break to create that beautiful space and to grow your voice in your relationship. It changed my marriage, and it can change yours as well. I'll talk to you guys later.